This was my last high school homecoming ever, so to make it more memorable, I decided to make my own dress. So it consists of a simple crop top with some strappy detailing to it, and I decided to go with a pencil skirt with a slit, but on the slit I'll also have a zipper detailing to it. So keep watching this video to see how I make this happen. So for this project, you're going to need your basic sewing notions such as scissors, a measuring tape, needles, things like that. And since I designed this dress to have zippers incorporated into it, I picked up a few from Mood, one of which is an invisible zipper for my skirts. And lastly, of course, you're going to need your favorite fabric of choice. So I picked up 3 yards of this amazing jean fabric, and I love how dark it is. It's almost black, but you know, you can still tell it's jean. So wait till you'll see what I do with this. Next, you're going to want some pattern pieces, and I made all 3 of these patterns from scratch, 2 of which are for the top and 1 is the pencil skirt that I will be making. There will be a link below to my blog, and I will go in depth more on how I make these pattern pieces. And shout out to Pliable Pattern. I actually won this at FIDM's 3 Days of Fashion that I attended over the summer. And this is an amazing tool for making patterns, and it makes my life so much easier. So definitely please check them out. I will also have a link below on them. So I first took my front pattern piece and cut it on the fold of my jean fabric. Then I did the same thing to the back pattern piece on the fold. And then I also have a paperweight to stabilize my fabric as I'm cutting. And as you can see, I cut some slits on those sides after I laid out the fabric. And I will be folding it over, then it'll achieve those crisp corners when I sew them together. Next, you're going to want to hem the sides of the top that you cut out. So what you're going to do is fold it over twice, iron it over, and then pin it down and sew. Next, I also added some darts to my top, and adding darts just made my top much more form-fitting, and I added it around the bust area. Next, I'm moving on to the back of the top, where I'm going to be adding the zipper to get in and out of the top. So I just marked where I'm going to put the zipper. From that mark you made, you just cut through it, fold over the sides, and then sew your zipper in. And then just make sure the zipper is nice and centered and the way you want it to be. Now you're going to take both pieces of the top, and then we're just going to connect it. So what you're going to do, just take the sides and pin it down. You can also just try on the top to see if you like the way it fits, and then your top will be done. This is an optional step, but I designed my top to have a little more strappy detailing into it. So what I did was cut 2.5-inch strips of fabric, then folded it over and sewed along the edge, and then that'll make my complete strap. And then you will see how I incorporated it into my top at the end of this video. Next, you're going to cut out your pencil skirt. So remember to cut out 2 pieces on the fold. And then also you're going to want to pin over on the sides and then sew along that edge. Next, you're going to want to cut out a waistband that is 4.5 inches wide and the length of your waist plus 2 more inches. And then you're going to want to fold it over, then sew along that edge. And as you can see, I also flip the fabric inside out, then you'll get the front of the fabric again. And then you're going to want to attach it to your pencil skirt. And as you can see, there's a lot of seam allowance left, and that's what you're going to want. Next, you're going to add a zipper to get in and out of your skirt. So personally, I loved invisible zippers, so that's what I use, but you can use any zipper that you'd like. Here's how the invisible zipper looks after I've sewn it in. I've also added a clasp at the top so it'll fit better on the waistband. Also, you're going to want to determine how long or short you want your skirt to be. So from the bottom, I just cut about an inch off. And then you're going to want to fold it over twice or once, then sew. And then you have a nice clean hem. Next, you're going to want to add a slit into your pencil skirt because of course you're going to want to move and dance. So then I just determined where I wanted my slit to be, then also measured where my zipper should go. Next, you're going to just cut where you marked your slit, and then you're going to make some notches that form a triangle, and that'll make a clean cut edge to add your zipper into it. And then as you can see, I also folded over where I cut, and you fold it over about once or twice, and then you just attach your zipper. Here is the final look, and this whole dress took about a week to make since I had to work after school. My favorite piece out of this whole set would definitely be the pencil skirt because I know that I'm going to be incorporating it into more casual outfits. So if you would like to see more on this dress, be sure to check out my blog atlofisabel.blogspot.com. There will be a link below in the description box. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you make your own dress as well.